They both promise to automate your workflow, but only one can truly streamline your business. Make or Power Automate, which automation platform really delivers? On one side, you've got Make well loved for its flexibility and visual integrations. On the other, Microsoft's Power Automate famous for its deep Office 365 ecosystem ties. Today, we're testing them in real-world scenarios that matter: integration depth, ease of use, price, versatility, and overall performance. Forget the hype and marketing speak. Let's break it down to what really counts. Each round earns points, and by the end, you'll know exactly which tool deserves your business. And trust me, the winner might surprise you. Let's get into it. So here's our game plan. Before we start tossing opinions around, let's get a bird's eye view. Here's the mind map of what we'll be comparing: price and plans. Because, hey, our wallets matter. Integrations. Can it connect to the weird apps you use? Usability and UX, does it make your brain hurt? Power and flexibility, can it do wild advanced stuff? Enterprise features, is it ready for corporate life? And finally, ecosystem and community. Can you get help when you're stuck at 2 a.m.? Cool? Let's tackle these one by one. First up, let's talk price and plans. This is where Make honestly shines if you're flying solo or just testing things out. It's got a really solid free tier, and even when you do scale up, there's a pay-as-you-go model that makes a ton of sense. The entry cost is actually super friendly if you're not managing a giant team. But heads up, if you start connecting to premium apps or processing a lot of data, the extras can sneak up on you. Power Automate, on the other hand, gets bundled with a bunch of Microsoft 365 plans, which is kind of nice if you're already all in on Microsoft. For businesses, the pricing feels predictable, but for small teams, eek, less of a bargain, especially when you need premium connectors. And, winner here? Make just edges it out thanks to that budget-friendly flexibility. Now, let's talk integrations. Make is like the cool kid who seems to know everybody. It connects with literally thousands of cloud and web apps, and there's a super active bunch of users creating their own modules. That said, if you're in a stuffy corporate environment, setting up some of the more buttoned-up enterprise tools can take a few extra steps. Power Automate, meanwhile, is deeply married to the Microsoft ecosystem. If you're all about Teams, Outlook, SharePoint, and the usual suspects, it's amazing. But go outside that bubble and, yeah, you kinda notice the list of connectors isn't quite as wild. It's improving, but slower to add new friends than Make. So, for integrations, Make totally takes this round. Time for usability and UX. Oh man. Make's visual editor is such a treat. You get this cool drag and drop canvas, you can build out these big nested scenarios, and you actually see stuff running in real time. It seriously raises the bar. But there's a catch. If you go super nerdy with it, there's a bit of a learning curve. Power Automate feels a lot more like your standard Microsoft app. Straightforward for basic flows, pretty familiar if you're used to Office stuff. However, it's less visual, and if you want the fancy advanced options, they're a little hidden in a mess of settings. So Make just kinda wows you here in terms of polished visual building. Wait, quick fun fact break. Did you know that Power Automate actually started life as Microsoft Flow back in 2016? Meanwhile, Make once upon a time called Integromat kicked things off in 2012. So yeah, both have been around a lot longer than you might expect. Here's where things get a bit spicy. Power and flexibility. Make just lets you go ham. You want complex logic, inline JavaScript functions, real error handling, and branching? It's all there, and it's pretty visually clear. The only bummer? If you try to run a ton of things at once, you'll eventually hit some processing limits. Power Automate leans hard into big business workflows, wildly powerful for connecting data and handling business processes. But if you have to debug something gnarly or set up intricate error handling, good luck. It's not the smoothest experience. So, yet again, Make pulls ahead for flexibility and raw creative power. Right? Now let's get serious. Enterprise features. This is finally where Power Automate flexes. If you're running a big organization, you'll probably love stuff like native Active Directory support, advanced compliance certifications, and it's baked right into the broader Power Platform. Some features are locked behind expensive plans, but if you need bulletproof enterprise credentials, this is where it shows off. Make does a decent job. There's permissions and versioning, but it lacks things like on-prem gateways and super mature compliance stuff. So Power Automate owns it in the enterprise sphere. Last but not least, ecosystem and community. Microsoft's got that massive user base, insane levels of documentation, enterprise support. It's a juggernaut here. Make's community is scrappy, global, and actually really passionate, with a marketplace for sharing your own automation blueprints. Only catch, most Make resources are user-driven, while Power Automate's community leans towards business and corporate stuff. Still, Power Automate just has way more infrastructure behind it in this department. Okay, let's visualize all those scores for a sec. If you look at the radar chart, Make pretty much dominates in price, integrations, usability, and flexibility. Power Automate really only outmuscles Make in enterprise features and ecosystem, which, honestly, is still huge if you're at a Fortune 500. But overall, the chart kinda says it all. So here's how I see it. If you want visual power, creative flexibility, and love building weird or beautiful automations, Make is honestly just more fun and more open. But if you're living in the Microsoft universe or you need serious enterprise muscle like compliance, security, corporate support, Power Automate's got your back. I'd say Make wins for most people, but Power Automate is a must if your company lives and breathes Microsoft. If this helped clarify your decision, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more in-depth automation insights. Got more tools you want me to compare? Let me know down below.